Guys, welcome. Happy Monday night, first of all. Happy first, I guess, well, one of the first onboarding calls here of the new year. I hope everybody's doing awesome. I'm excited to share with you guys tonight. It's always an honor to be on here and share. And listen, I want to start by, if possible, if you can, turn your cameras on. I'd love to see you. I'd love to understand who we're talking to. When you join this business, you're not just joining a business. You're joining real life people. You're joining a team, and the only way that we grow this thing is through relationships. And so, putting faces to names are really a big deal. So, if you can, turn your camera on. This will not be an hour long call. This will be very to the point and quick because I want to give you the highlights, and then I'm going to open it up for some Q&A, and then we'll be done tonight. Okay. The first thing I want to say is this, though. Sorry, let me back up. My name is Kyle Kimbro. My wife and I, Joe, have been in this business now for, gosh, I guess June will be 2 years, so a little bit over a year and a half. We were so fortunate that we were good friends with Jay and Hamina Atkins, and we sponsored them into this business, and we've been running with them ever since. And so it's an honor to be able to combine with them and with Juan Carlos and Esteban and Carlos and Rochelle, everyone, and come together and work underneath Wellness Revolution and U90X. We're fired up about that. But what I want to tell you as a highlight, if this is an onboarding call, so I'm just going to assume for a moment that most people on this call are new, if not everyone is new. Here's what I want you to understand. You just joined a rocket ship. You just joined something that is in full momentum, that people are getting in, lives are being impacted, lives are being changed, both physically through massive transformation, and we have the testimonies to prove it, or, and, I should say, and slash or financially. Lives are being changed financially. This is what my wife and I do full time. My background is commercial real estate and building construction. Her background is design and hair and clothing boutique type stuff. She owned a bunch of those, or she owned those with a bunch of clothes. And we got out of all of that to do this industry full time. And so what we do here is full time. And I know that if you're joining, you're not full time, right? You're getting started with the hope and a dream. And I'm just here to tell you that this can be anything and everything you want it to be. Everything. Because I believe, and this is where I'm going to start at the high level. We're going to focus on your mind for just a minute. I believe you didn't join this business and you're not trying to work this business for money. You're not. Like you may say, no, no, really, I want $500 a week. That's why I joined this business. That's not why you joined this business, I would argue. You join this business for what the money gives you. Money is a tool. That's all it is. And it allows us to use a tool to get the things that we want and need in life. It allows us to pay for those groceries, to pay for that house payment, that rent payment, right? It allows us to help our family, help our kids. It allows us time freedom, maybe. Maybe your dream in this business is to actually replace your income so you can leave your job and do this full time and open up a whole new world of freedom. All of those things are a byproduct of money, but money's not really what you're after. You're really after what money has to offer, right? And I think that's important because if you focus on dollars, you won't go very far. You have to focus on what's behind the dollars, the impact that you're making, the lives that you want to change, starting with you and your family. And then from there, going to your friends and your family, right? And then from there, going to your team as you start building your team. If you impact lives and if you help a lot of people, you're taken care of as a byproduct. Zig Ziglar, one of the most motivational speakers of all time, says if you help enough people in life get what they want, you will never worry about what you want because it's just a byproduct of that. And that's what we're doing here. We're just helping people. This is a people business, and all we're doing is helping people. So congratulations. Congratulations for joining. You joined what I think is the greatest business opportunity out there as we see it today. So that's number one. Now, number two, I'll tell you this. You didn't join a job. You joined a business. You are now an entrepreneur. You are now in control of your future and your destiny because you own your own business and you're an entrepreneur. However, although you're in business for yourself, you are not in business by yourself, not even by a long shot. It's the most unique compensation model to be able to have your own business and get all the benefits of being an entrepreneur and a business owner, but yet having tons of people pour into you to help you build your business. It's fantastic. I don't know any other business in the world that's structured like this. It's absolutely incredible. So what you've joined here is second to none. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. You get all the benefits of business owners. However, you get all the benefits of working as a team and working with a lot of people. But with that, you have to change your mindset. So your mindset can't be the same as if you were an employee. Maybe today you're an employee. I don't know your situation. I'm just assuming some people are. And you go to work every day and you clock in, you clock out, or you're paid a salary or whatever it is, and you go home and you don't think about it and you go back the next day. And that's okay. That's great. That's awesome. That's what most of the world does. But you just became an entrepreneur. Now here's what I mean. Your mindset has to change. No one in this business is ever going to tell you what to do. No one's ever going to tell you when to do it. We're going to give you a lot of advice on how to do things and why to do things. But no one will ever say, "Hey, you have to work this business from 9 to 11 or from 9 to 9:30 or from 4:30 to 5. You have to." No one will ever say that. You are your own boss. And so if we don't start mentally first preparing ourselves and knowing that we are in control of how much effort we put in this business and how much time we put in this business, we'll never really get this thing started. Now, what I want you to understand about this business though is this. When you join this business, you are the first person in your organization. You have a lot of us that are here to help you, but you're the first person. And so when you put in, let's just assume that you're going to put in an hour a day, 5 days a week. So you're going to work 5 hours a week in this business, bare minimum, right? I'm trying to be conservative here. And you think, man, how could I ever make a full-time income like I want to do in this business if I'm only working 5 hours a week? Well, let's think about this. Let's say it takes you 2 weeks to bring two people into this business, one a week. And let's say they say the same thing. I can only work this business 5 hours a week. Well, after 2 weeks, you're working 5 hours and you have two other people that are also working 5 hours. That's 15 hours a week that your business is working. Let's go another 2 weeks. Let's say you all sponsor another two people. Very reasonable to assume that. So three, go out and get six. That's nine people. Let's just make it 10 for easy math, okay? So you're a month in this business and you have 10 people on your team. You've only brought in four, but you have 10. Everyone is very minimal. All they can work is an hour a week, an hour a day, 5 hours. Guys, 5 times 10, you've looked up and do you understand the power of this? In 4 weeks, you now have a 50-hour a week business. Your business is working 50 hours a week. You're still working five. You're getting paid as though you're working 50, but you're working five. That's the power of what we do here. And that's what you'll never understand until you get started and see it in action. Okay? That's why I encourage you so much to get started fast because this business will reward speed. The faster you go, the more you will be rewarded. It's like the train analogy. When you are first, when the train is first getting to go, you could literally take this mouse and put it underneath, the wheel of the train before it starts, and it would never move. It couldn't move, right? But after the train gets going, you all know the deal. 5 foot concrete, 5 foot steel reinforced train going 70 miles an hour, train wins because it has momentum. So the faster you get this thing going, the more momentum you'll have, the harder it'll ever be to stop. There are people in our organization that have created such momentum that there is nothing they could ever do, even if they tried all day long every day to stop their business from growing, they couldn't. They have too many people now. They have too much momentum. It's gone on too long. That all can be done right here with you right now. You just have to get started. Okay. So that's my little high level. I want you to understand what you're at, what you have, and what you're after. Okay. Now, second thing, and then I'm going to give you a few practical things. Our product and our owner are second to none. Our product, this thing right here, this X39 patch right here, this has changed not only my life, but oh my gosh, hundreds now of friends and families. It's second to none. I wear the X49 too. I wear the X39 and the X49. That is all we need. to build an empire. Hear me. Those patches are all that we need to build an empire. You can retire in this business selling the X39 patch, or should I say sharing it? It's never a sell, it's a share. That's it. So I don't ever want you to think what is coming next, because that is all that you need. Okay? However, I also want you to know that David Schmidt, our owner, is always about 10 years ahead of the world. And I literally mean that. He has over 200 patents. Patents, guys. And he's always ahead of the world by about a decade. And he is constantly bringing us new products that are going to keep us above and beyond our competition, that are always going to keep us in the lead. The water machine, the X2O machine, will launch in March. That water is changing people's lives. He's got other stuff coming down the road. David Schmidt is like no owner that you've ever seen in this industry. He is a man for us, and he has taken his life work and he has put it in this company and given us an opportunity to go build off of it. Okay. So understand you have the right product and you have the right owner, and that's crucial. I want you to know that. That's why we wake up every day excited, and that's why we do what we do. So I love that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually, let's see, Lola, can I share my screen? Am I co-host? I believe I am.
Yeah, I gave you access.
Thank you. I want to share my screen here, and I want to show y'all your back office for a minute. Actually, I want to show you where you go first. I don't know what this is. Okay. First thing I want to do is I want to show you this. This is our team website, wellnessrev.org. Wellnessrev.org. Jay has spent tons of hours, Lola, Justin, a bunch of people have spent tons of hours, lots of money developing this. Every single time that you bring someone into the business, this is where you send them. You send them to Wellness Revolution, and you can go onboarding right here, or you can say get on board right here, and you can immediately start the onboarding process. I'm going to show you that in just a second. You can also join our school platform, which is this. It's well, it's not that, it's this. Our school platform is where there's a tremendous amount of, let's see if I can actually get you there. Sorry, here you go. Tremendous amount of content. You can have discussions in here. We do announcements in here. There's a calendar in here that's going to show you all the weekly calls. You can join school right there. But I want to take you back to the website for a minute, and I want to click onboarding, and I want to show you what comes up. Get started. There's a nice video of Jay that he did at our conference last year, which was great. You can download some things. He talks about a lot of things right here. But if you go down here, look at this. You say, Kyle, what do I do when I get started in this business? Well, I can tell you for 20 days, you can do this right here. Go to the website, click onboarding, scroll to the bottom. What does it look like? Day one. Before you start, what's that? Oh, it's a video. There's
About the
Jay.
most important thing you need for success.
Great. He's telling you what to do before you get started. Next video, belief with action. I don't even know what this is.
When you join
There's
this
me.
business, say you're
These are 1 to 2 minute videos, guys. Your 20-day launch system. It shows you everything that you need to do day one in order to jumpstart your business. Shows you how to get your enrollment link, your customer link, set up your back office profile, join school that I just talked about, and so forth. Day two, same thing. Importance of duplication, define your why. Like this is the reason behind this is, hey, if no one's ever been in direct sales, or if they've been in direct sales their whole life, but what is a system that is duplicatable that every single person can join and can instantly have success? They can have knowledge, they can have power, they can go out, they can know what to say, how to say it, and they can instantly have success. That is this right here. So I want to highly encourage y'all to go through this process. If you've never done this and you've been in for a year and a half, start at day one and go through. It shouldn't take you more than, I think, 10 minutes, maybe 20 on some days, but usually about 10 minutes a day. And guys, if you're going to do this business and you expect thousands of dollars, 10 or 20 minutes a day and learning it for the first 20 days is not a big ask, right? That's pretty reasonable. Okay. So there's that. Now I do want to jump over to the website. I want to show you the back office of your website real quick. I have logged into our website, and there's one thing that I want to show you to start with. This is called your monthly auto subscription order. See this right here, monthly subscription order. This is what I personally have on the subscription order. I have some Eon patches and Sell Your Jies. That's what I have going out this next month. You want to make sure this is set up. You want to make sure that your monthly subscription is always set up and active because you never want to lose the volume underneath you. All volume underneath you will continue to roll over and you won't lose it, so you can get paid on it this month, next month, 6 months, 12 months, whatever, as long as you have an active auto ship or subscription, as we call it. So you want to make sure the first thing you want to do is go in your back office, make sure that you have a monthly subscription set up so you can qualify to actually receive commissions. Now, the other thing I want to show you is how, okay, let's say somebody joined and or let's say you have somebody that wants to join and you need to send them a link to your website. I want to show you how we do that. See where it says organization right here? You go to organize. Actually, I apologize. I want to show you how to put them on the either the right leg or the left leg because we're building two teams, a binary, right? We're building a right and we're building a left. I want to show you that first. I apologize. You're going to go to your name up here. You're going to hit change settings. By the way, this is all day one of the onboarding process. So if you're like, you're talking too fast, go back to the wellnessrev.org, go to day one in the onboarding. We have a video that shows you this. Then you scroll down, and right here it says build left, build right, strong outside leg. Never click strong outside leg. Right now we have it on build right. You can change it right here to build left, change it back to build right. Great, I'm on build right. There you go. So now when I send my link, it's going to go to somebody. They're going to join. They're going to join my right leg. And I can change this at any time. If somebody joins and you forgot to change it and they're on the wrong leg, you have 5 days to call corporate and get them to change it. Okay, let's talk about that link that I was just talking about. Let's go to organization right here. Let's go to enroll new. I am not a robot. Join. Boom. There are your enrollment kits. What you can do here is you can go right up here, copy and paste that link, and send it directly to them. And that's where they go. They will select their enrollment kit and they will join. It is as simple as that. You say, well, I want a customer. Great. See right down here? Right below it, it says preferred customer program. Click preferred customer program. Shows you the benefits, money back guarantee. There's a subscribe button. If it's just a customer, now you can click the link and send it to them. Right? So that's how you get people to enroll and get people to get started. What I want to also show you, I want to show you one more thing. Let's see, where are we? I want to go by organization. You see right down here where it says binary tree viewer. This is how you're kind of going to see your organization when you get started. You're going to see some things up top. You're going to see the rank. You're going to see how many partners you have on your left side, how many partners you have on your right side. You can see why I'm building my right side right now because my left side is insane. I need to catch up, build my right side a little bit. And then you can kind of start seeing your organization down here, and you can start clicking on people and seeing their organization as well. So that's just another way you can play around with that, and you can get that. You can go over here to the right where it says resources. Click on resources. And there's a lot of things here, guys. You can learn all kinds of stuff. You can see that there's all kinds of goodness that you can learn from. There's videos you can watch. Here's the video for the X2O machine. But I want to tell you, don't get lost in your back office. If you're gonna get lost anywhere, get lost right here. Wellness Rev. This is really where it's at, okay? Get lost on Wellness Rev. All right, I'm gonna stop share. And I want to tell you, I want to highlight a few more things. Excuse me. And then I want to get your questions and answers or questions ready because we're going to do questions. You say, Kyle, what do I do when I get started? Again, this is all on Wellness Rev, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you, what do I do when I get started? The first thing that I would tell you to do is as fast as you possibly can, get two people on your left leg and two people on your right leg. Guys, I believe that every single person in America or Mexico or China or Australia, it doesn't matter where you're watching this from. I believe every single person has four people that you you can call. And if you're passionate and you're convicted, they know you and trust you well enough, they're going to take a chance with you. They're going to at least try something to see if their health gets better for 90 days. So 4 people immediately go on this journey with you. That would be the first thing that I would say is immediately get 4 people. Now, here's what I did when I called people. I want to tell you exactly what I said. I would call my buddy Alex. I'd say, Alex, what's up, man? We're friends. Maybe we talk every day. Maybe we haven't talked in a year. Alex, what's up? How are you doing? Hey, man, I'm doing good. I would not talk about how are the kids, how's the family, all that stuff. I'd say, Alex, listen to me. I just found something, and you have no idea what I just got my hands on. What do you know about stem cells? And then I'm completely quiet. I found something. I am so excited. You have no idea what I got my hands on. What do you know about stem cells? Then you let them talk. Most of the time, people are going to say, yeah, I know kind of some about stem cells, a little bit. I guess not much, but I've heard of them. I know people are shooting, getting themselves stem cells or whatever. You say, listen, I just found a game-changing technology. It's patented, worldwide patent technology, and it is drastically affecting people's health. I mean, like in the biggest of ways. You know, people that literally people are taking off their glasses that have worn readers forever. People that have kind of been half crippled, like myself, hello, are now being able to play with their kids again. We're seeing crazy things happen internally, and you can say this on a one-on-one call that you can't really say publicly on like a live stream. We've seen autoimmune diseases go away. We've seen arthritis go away. We've seen gout go away. We've seen all kinds of stuff go away. The crazy thing is, here's what's crazy, Alex, is this is affecting everybody. Here's the stat. Are you ready for this stat? Write this down. 80% of people that will wear this patch will feel something in 2 days, 2 weeks, or excuse me, 2 hours, 2 days, or 2 weeks. 80% of people. And guess what? 97% of people, if they'll wear this patch for 90 days, 97% will have such a transformation physically that they're going to have a testimony. And then you're quiet again. You see what he says. Wait, what? Now tell me about this again. Listen, Alec, this is a way to reactivate your dormant stem cells. Here's what happens that nobody knows. When you're 30, half your stem cells are gone. When you're 60, they're almost all gone. We have a way that can get back our stem cells, except for check this out. It's just a patch. That's all it is. Non-invasive, right? No drugs, no chemicals, no stimulants. It awakens your own stem cells by raising what we call your copper peptides in your body, and it works. You have no idea. It works. Alex, here's what we're doing. I've got to have you in this business with me. I don't care if you never build it. You might build it later. I think you probably will, but for now, you have to try this product. I need you to trust me for 90 days. It costs a cup of coffee a day. I need you to trust me for 90 days, and we're going to watch your body transform. Are you ready, Alex? Do you want a 90-day supply? You want a 180-day supply for you or just for you and your wife? Quiet. Assume the sell. I kind of did that in like 5 minutes, but I'm not exaggerating. When I get on the phone with people, I can do that in 90 seconds and be done, and they're ordering. I'm serious. But I am quick and to the point. I know when to pause. Right after you say, what do you know about stem cells? Pause. Right after you give them the first little bit of detail after about 45 seconds, pause, see how it hits them, and then finish. And I am incredibly excited and incredibly passionate. Most people after the fact will tell me, Kyle, I had no clue even what I was saying yes to, but you were so freaking excited. Like I knew I had to, whatever you're doing, I had to be a part. That's why people join. People will join you long before they will ever join LifeWave. Long before. People don't know anything about LifeWave. I didn't join LifeWave when I joined. I didn't join LifeWave. No, I joined Devin and Sarah Robinson. That's who I joined. Yeah, I said, Devin, I'm joining you when I was on the phone with him, right? What did Jay tell me? He goes, dude, I don't know what you got me into. I'm joining you. I'm trusting you. Everyone says the same thing, right? They'll come to love LifeWave and love the patch and love all the things, but they're joining you. So you yourself have to have the passion and conviction. Okay. But back to what I was saying, I would do that to 4 people and get them in the business in 24 hours. You want to have my SMO momentum, like the train that can't be stopped, get 4 people in the business. You know how long that should probably realistically take you if you do it right? Hour, hour. That's about it. They all join. They're in. Here's what happens. 10 days later, two of the 5 has a massive testimony. And then the other ones are like, oh my gosh, can you believe this? I know it sounds crazy, but like I haven't really been sleeping for years, and my whoop's like, you're sleeping better than you've ever slept. And you're like, boom, I know. There you go. Testimonies. Testimonies change everything. And then I would tell you, don't stop at 4. Do it again and teach them how to do it. Right? Do 4 more and teach them how to do it. But guys, everybody has 4 to get started with. As you're building your list, the other thing that I want to tell you is, like, if I go to my contact list in my phone right now, I don't even know how many contacts I have. Let's just see for fun. 4,875 contacts. You're telling me that I can't at least call 1%'s 48. You're telling me I don't know 48 people by name that know me well, 1% of my contact list? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. 10% is 480. Guys, you realize it only takes a few people to build a massive organization. Massive. Our lives changed in this business thanks to about 4 people. That's it. That's it. Now, we've sponsored a whole lot more than that, but about 4 people is really what changed our life in this business. That's all. So everyone has an equal playing field here. Everyone has the opportunity. Everyone has contacts. Everyone has family. Everyone has friends. Everyone has coworkers. Everyone has people at your kid's school and your kid's sports. Everybody. And here's the cool thing. Everyone needs this. Everyone needs this, and most everyone needs a little extra change. So you have everything that you need to have a um, high level success, high level success. And what I will tell you to, and I'll be done with this, and then we'll go to Q&A, is that last thing that I will say is, if you're getting started in this business, the odds of you believing that you could actually say replace your income, say you make, 1,000 a week right now. We'll just do easy math. And to think that you could ever make $1,000 a week in this business, you probably don't have that belief today. But what I can guarantee you is that if you're going to do this onboarding, you'll go through the onboarding on Wellness Rev, you'll listen to all of us, you'll be on all the trainings that we do, as many as possible. Look at the calendar on there, guys. We do 4 calls a week. Actually, there's about 10 calls a week, but 4 of them specifically for Wellness Rev. Um, you will learn so fast and you can grow so fast. I know that if we can get you to $100 a week, you know what you think about when you get to $100 a week? You go, okay, I can now envision maybe 250 a week. You built some belief. And then all of a sudden we get you to 250 a week and you're like, this is cool. This is $1,000 a month that I never expected. You know what you
Para
immediately believe?
mujeres, sí.
You immediately believe, you go, I think I could go to 500 a week. Next thing you know, you're at 500 a week and then 1,000 a week. You automatically, you don't even, it's not a matter of believing at that point. You see it. You know it's inevitable, right? And you go get it. And then bam, you look up and 6 months later, you're at $1,000 a week and you have options. You can quit your job. You can do whatever you want to do, right? And you can grow from there. So that's how you build belief in this business. Yeah. And I think that's what I have for you tonight. I was trying to be at 30 minutes and I'm at 29. So we're going to go ahead and call it and then go right to Q&A. So Lola, you're going to have to help me with these questions.
Yes, there's a question in the chat. She's asking, can I do a live from any platform about these onboarding calls?
Yes. So yes, you can. You can do a live from any platform about these onboarding calls. If you're talking about telling people they need to get on these onboarding calls, of course, you can do that anywhere. Is that what she's talking about?
Yes, I believe that that's what she was saying. Someone else is asking, can you, she said yes, that's what she was asking. And someone else is asking, can you please repeat how you talk to someone on the phone when you're sharing the X39?
Yep, I sure can. I say, what do you know about stem cells? Let them talk. And then I tell them, we have found a way through a patented product that is proven to work to reactivate your dormant stem cells. Did you know your stem cells were dormant? No, no one knows that. That's why we age. That's why we age. It's why we get gray hair. It's why we have wrinkles. It's why we get old. Stem cells go dormant. We have a patented product that reactivates your dormant stem cells and transforms your health in a way that you've never seen it. Actually, one of the things that I say a lot, because it's just so easy, is I say, I guarantee you that you will have more energy and you will sleep better than you have in years. And if I'm wrong, call me and I'll buy your patches back. I tell a lot of my friends that. I'm not saying say that with everybody, but I say that with almost all of my friends because like 100 out of 100 people have better energy and better sleep. And then after that, and after I explain that, I assume the sell. I tell them, say whatever you want. Use your own words. I've told all of my friends, hey, I'm not letting you miss this. You can be mad at me later if you don't like it, but I'm not letting you miss this. I promise. I believe you're going to fall in love with it. Give me your credit card. And then I'm quiet. I think a lot of times we talk too much. People are ready to buy, ready to purchase because you're excited and you're quick and your energy's high and you want to explain everything. No, 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 no. Don't explain. Ask for the credit card. My grandpa used to say a lot. He said, listen, when somebody asks you what time it is, don't tell them how the clock works. That's just a great sales practice. If somebody says if they give you one quick question about the patch, well, what does it have in it? Don't spend 30 minutes telling them about all the benefits. Oh, well, actually, it's just it's just all natural, basically some sugar and some crystal, some nanocrystal, and it's just patented in a certain way that does what they say it does. It's completely harmless. Done. You know what I mean? Like quick. Don't explain.
There's no more Spanish questions in the chat. I don't know if anybody wants to take off their mute and ask anything. Okay, I just want to say one thing really quickly. Thank you, Kyle, for sharing the 20-day plan on the wellnessrev.org. We are working on the Spanish one currently, recording all the videos and everything. So crossing our fingers that we'll have it before the end of the month for the Spanish side, so it could be easier for you guys too.
Sorry, Lola, I didn't realize that.
No, no, it's okay. We had promised everyone last week, I think, or the week before that it was going to be done, but it just taken a little bit longer than we thought. So
Okay.
just FYI.
Okay. Awesome.
Adriana here has a question. I don't know, Adriana, if you want to take off your mute or if you just want to ask in the chat, I can read it to him if it's in Spanish. Maybe she's typing. One sec.
Yeah, you bet.
Oh, estoy aquí. Gracias. Sí, es que mi pregunta es la siguiente. Como no conozco muy bien el producto y
Oh,
los tips que está dando por aquí, pues son puntuales, como dormir mejor, sentirse menos agotado. Em, ¿Existen otras cosas que no debo decir? Esa es la pregunta.
Yeah, that's a great question. Yeah, so if you're on social media, there's a lot you can't say, actually. As of right now, you can't say we activate stem cells, and you can never say that this product healed or got rid of or anything like that. You can't say that. I mean, no product can say that. If you're not on social media, I didn't hear the first part of your question, but if it's not on social media and you're one-on-one, guys, say whatever you want. Say whatever you want. Yeah, say the truth, This reactivates your dormant stem cells. You know, this my brother-in-law that had neuropathy for 30 years, it's gone. I mean, say whatever you want. Good question.
Pero en mi caso, y disculpa que de nuevo hable acá,
But in
sí voy a
my
manejar
case,
redes
I am
sociales y
going to
como
be on social
mi
media.
familia y yo vamos a ser
So
los
since
primeros
my
en
family and myself are
utilizarlos
going to be the
de mi
first
lado,
in using it
yo estoy
on my
dispuesta a
side,
hablar en redes
I'm willing
sociales
to talk about
de
it
los
on
beneficios que
social
eso tiene a
media.
mi
I mean,
familia.
about the benefits that it's brought to my family.
I love that. Okay, awesome. Then yes, there are some things that you cannot say. And there is we have a compliance list. Lola, I'm trying to think where that is in the back office of things you can and things you cannot say. I
Yeah,
don't
we
know.
have that in wellnessrev.org. I'll put it in the chat right now. And under resources. So I'll drop it in the chat in a second.
Perfect. Yep, there you go.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Wow. Thank you, Lola. That's amazing.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Kyle. Thank you. Question. How you started to get new people besides your friends and besides your family at the beginning? How was the approach with new people and how you and your spouse did it?
hmm Yeah, we did it the same way that I was saying that we did it with our friends and family. Yeah, if we were talking to somebody, I mean, every situation is different. And so every time you meet somebody, they're going to ask you what you do. Or if you ask them what they do, usually going to ask you what you do. And you can kind of say a lot of things. There's a whole bunch of things. I'm in the stem cell business. I'm in the health and wellness business with stem cells. There's a lot of things that you can say. But specifically, your question was, how did we talk to people? Um, we basically stuck with the thing that I just told you. We asked them what they knew about stem cells. Then we briefly told them about what this patch does. And we just did it in an incredibly excited way. And I'm not trying to be redundant and like say it's what I've been saying, when I would call someone or whatever, but that's the truth. That's what we would say. Now there was obviously times we got in longer conversations, of course, but at the end of the day, that's where everything started. And I would just tell you, Jay is going to do a training on Thursday about recruiting specifically. Definitely be on that because your question will be answered in more detail in a better way. Because that's what we did, and that's still all we do today. I don't really have another great explanation other than that. Um, yeah, I ask them about stem cells, what they know. I explain what we have and what we do, and then I lead from there.
Okay, besides social media, for example, or one-on-one, did you get like community things to do in your city or, to approach new people?
Yeah, it's a great question. I have to be honest with you, okay? I'm gonna honestly tell you how our business went because our business was very unique, and I know this is a unique story, but I don't know how else to answer your question. When we joined, my wife and I were with a different company, and when we joined for about 4 or 5 days, we knew we were probably going to join, and we started making a list. We started making it, and we categorized them into, at the time we were living in Florida, so we had our Florida friends. We're from Texas, so we had our Texas friends, um, and we had family, and then we had friends in general. We did not put a single person, just so you know, not one person from our prior business, we did not put on that list, nor did we call, nor have we called to this day. So these are all brand new people, okay? And we made a list of about 175 people. And when we left our other business, we had a substantial income that we had to terminate and say goodbye to. And so it wasn't our option to try to build this slow. We had to get after it and we had to run. Okay. We had to replace a very high income. So what we did the moment we terminated our old business and said go, we started down that list and started calling people. And it took probably 4 or 5 days to call 175 people, but we had about 165 join because and my wife was so passionate and we were ready to run so hard, which we did. And we believed in this so much that you just didn't talk to us and not join. You just didn't. And I think that's the key that most people miss is they call and they're almost asking permission to ask permission to share. And we weren't doing that. We were telling them you're joining and you're joining now and don't even give me a hesitation. And so after we did that, Alexandra, after we did that, at the time my wife was still on social, and so she was posting some on social, so we had more join through social. And within about a week, we had so many people in our organization, we didn't have time to recruit. We were building people. And so then it took us probably months and months and months before we could ever really cognitively think about, oh, I need to call this person, I need to call this person, because we were overwhelmed helping people help people. So that's how our business went. And that's probably the most unique story that you're ever going to hear. And I know that doesn't really help you, but you're asking for specific questions, and that's all that's the truth. However, I will say this. I do believe with all of my heart that every single person has, let's call it 100, has 100 people that you could pick up the phone and call. And if you called them with the passion and the intensity that I called them with, you would have at least half of them join on the spot. And that's 50 people, and your life would never be the same. Never. I genuinely believe, I genuinely believe you're 4 days of 25 phone calls a day away from a totally different life. Most people will never do it. And that's just the truth. I'm not saying that saying like y'all won't, but I'm just saying in general, most people, they're like, yeah, I don't think I can do that. And that's okay. But I do believe that you would live a different life if you did.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
I think that's it. If there's no more questions in the chat or anybody wants to raise their hand, then I think that's it.
Guys, I hope that was okay. That was my first ever onboarding call the way that Jay does it. So I hope that was okay. Thank you for putting up with me. I loved it. I love seeing you guys. Thank you for your cameras. Thank you for your participation. Honored to be able to do this business with you guys. And for those of you that are coming to Destin, cannot wait to see you this weekend. So y'all have an amazing Monday, and we'll talk soon.